Hello. Hi, Billy. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the likes. I'm going to just give it a couple minutes and then I'm going to start. Hi, Pooja. How are ya? Welcome to the live. How's everybody feeling today? It's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's the summer solstice. It's Cancer season. If you're entering the live, please like the live and share the live, please. I'm good. I'm good. I feel really good. Thank you. Hi, King. How are you? Happy Sunday. Give this video a like if you haven't already. Get the likes up, please. And I'm going to start in just a minute. I'm just waiting for more people to come in. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm gonna start. So welcome to today's live. Today's live is gonna be a summer solstice celebration. Okay, and we're gonna be talking about the Cancer new moon. We're gonna be talking about some aspects, and we're also gonna be doing live tarot readings. So the live tarot readings are gonna be $5 for one question. It could be about the new moon, the solstice, or if you just have like a personal question, I could answer it on live for you. Okay. So, yes, happy summer solstice, you guys. Happy Cancer season. How are you guys feeling with the Cancer energy? I feel so much better because the Gemini energy, I really just can't. I just can't. It's just too chaotic. I'm really happy that we're in Cancer season right now because we need this. And also, this is a very special Cancer season because of the Jupiter in Cancer. So it's amplifying the Cancer energy. So let's get into the topic while more people come in. If you come in the live, please like the live and also share this live so more people can join. So, and I'm going to be looking at my notes because, like always, I was like write down a whole bunch of stuff. So let's talk about this summer solstice. So this summer solstice is a very interesting one, and this summer solstice is going to be bringing in a lot of new energy to the collective. And I don't know about you guys, but it's like I haven't really felt too much of the Cancer energy. And that's because right now we are under a Saturn Neptune square. Okay. So Jupiter in Cancer and the Sun in Cancer are now squaring off with Saturn and Neptune. And it's been doing this since like the 17th or the 18th, maybe even like a little bit earlier than that, maybe like the 15th. But the square will last until the 24th. So we got a couple more days with the square. So if you guys been wondering, like, where are the blessings? Like, all the astrologers were talking about blessings, 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 good luck. And you're like, I haven't seen anything. That's because we're under the square aspect. So, especially with Saturn. Okay. So, with Saturn squaring off with Jupiter, it's not allowing us to get the blessing right away. And that's because Jupiter in Cancer is such a auspicious and special transit to where it's like Saturn is asking us to be very intentional. Billy said Miss Square need a move. I agree. Needs to get out of here. But this is the perfect time to plan and to get very clear. Okay. When Saturn is involved, it's bringing clarity. It's bringing, you have to plan, you have to structure, you have to ground. Okay. Because Saturn in Aries, it's actually, it's slowing down the action. Okay. Not stopping it, but like we got to take our time. We got to go step by step, especially because Mars is in Virgo right now. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Mars and Virgo. But right now, Saturn wants us to be very intentional about how we're working with this Jupiter in Cancer because Jupiter changes signs every 12 years and it's in its exaltation. Hello, welcome. Like this live if you're coming in, please, and share this live. But Jupiter is in its exaltation, and this is a very special time because it's not often that Jupiter is in a sign that it loves, okay, to where it's giving so much. So now it's time to be very intentional. So we can't just charge ahead, okay? So, how are you guys feeling about the squares? I know Billy isn't too happy, but what about everybody else? How's the square, the Saturn square, Jupiter treating you? Thank you for the likes. And also, again, for those of you who are just coming in, I'm also doing live tarot readings. Okay. So, Billy said a squirrel was staring at me yesterday, and the spiritual meaning of that was to start planning. Exactly. Start planning because once we come off that square, that's when everything is going to speed up. Okay. And it's only going to take off from there, especially when Uranus goes into Gemini. Things are going to be extra fast. So, right now, this time is very precious. It may not feel like it, but it's very imperative that you get very clear about how you want to step into this new chapter because the new chapter is here. There's no more like we're getting ready or it's coming. No, it's already here. So it's just we're taking our time to go through the door. Uh oh no fold. Hello. You said you were hard headed, so I needed the square. Okay. But like I was saying, yes, I am doing live tarot readings. So if you guys have a question about the energies that are going on, or if you just have a personal question that you want me to answer and you need some divination, I got you. It's just $5 per question. One question. Okay. When does the square go away, Billy? It goes away the 24th. So actually, just before the Cancer new moon. Just before. Okay, so it's like all aligned. You see how that works? Like, okay, let's plan for these couple few days. And then once the new moon happens, this is when we start getting a move on. Okay, because then the square will start subsiding until it completely goes away. Okay, so this square is also indicating that cycles from the past are going to show up, okay? Because Saturn, remember you guys, Saturn is the planet of karma, okay? So, and then planet Jupiter in Cancer is amplifying that, especially because Cancer is linked to the past. So we could also find there are situations from the past coming back to test us. Because remember, if you guys watched my last live about what's going on in June, I talked about how we're being tested. Okay, we're in an initiation point right now. We got two cardinal signs, the signs of initiation, squaring off with each other. So we're in an initiation point right now. And don't be surprised if people, situations from the past come back, or even just certain past patterns, or just things from your subconscious surfacing to be dealt with. Okay. Because it's very important that we clear these things up before we go into the new chapter. Because you guys, I don't think you guys realize how big this energy is going to be for all of us. Like, literally, I feel like this new moon in Cancer, and I'm going to be talking about that in just a bit, is really going to be it's going to shift the tides for the collective. Okay, so after this square, life is going to be hitting different for all of us. Okay, so if you want to completely receive your blessings, you got to clear up the karma. Clear up that karma. Let it go. Because that's the thing. I filmed something the other day and I haven't posted it, and it's about making sacrifices. Okay. Sometimes, or not even sometimes, a lot of the times when we want something, especially when it's something major, we often have to sacrifice something. Okay. And it could be relationships, it could be certain environments and situations that we've been in. And it could also just be like within yourself personally, certain patterns that you have, certain beliefs. Sometimes you have to make a sacrifice of what's comfortable for the unknown and what's uncomfortable. Okay. Because when you're uncomfortable, that is how you grow. Okay. So, any questions so far before I move forward? You guys ain't got no questions yet? Billy said, any tips on clearing past trauma? I could give you both spiritual things and practical things. You would just have to, for the spiritual side, you would just have to do like a spiritual cleansing. You would have to really work with your ancestors, okay? Because this isn't just clearing like negative energy or like something on the lighter end. Like when you're talking about karma, this is when you have to go to your ancestors, okay? So I would recommend. Hello, welcome to the live. You said, can I tell you your future? Um, it depends. Like, what's going on? What is your question? Just so you know, since you're new to the chat, I'm doing live tarot readings, and each question is $5. So if you want me to pull a card, I could pull a card for you. Back to Billy. So this is a moment where you would have to tune into your ancestors, and different ancestors, they link to different karmic things. So you really would have to tune into like what part of your karma are you trying to get rid of, because it's layered. But practical things, you just have to pay attention to patterns, and this is how you know this is like a karmic thing. When you notice like you're in a cycle or in a certain pattern, that is how you know this is dealing with karma, okay? And you just basically you address it. And that's the practical thing to do. But the spiritual thing is like, light your candles, make your altar, and really work with a specific ancestor that is linked to that karma. Okay. And specifically with this square, it's bringing up family karma or just karma related to like past lives or just personal things, like personal karma that you accumulated over lifetimes. It's just really digging up the past, this square. So, okay. Any questions before I move on to the next thing? Okay. If you guys have any questions. Billy said past life you always got to get into something. What you getting into? What's going on, Billy? Okay, so moving right along. So with that being said, we are in the middle of the square, but we're also in the middle of, or actually it starts, when does it start? I wrote down the date here. Okay. So from the 23rd up until the 26th, the sun will be conjunct Jupiter. Okay. And these days are very special. Okay. Because I mean, it's the sun conjunct Jupiter. Like, that's amazing. That is amazing. Okay. So between the 23rd to the 26th, it could just feel really good. You know, Jupiter is a planet that is very well known for being benevolent, very optimistic, very positive, and then so is the sun. Okay, the sun is a very positive vibes kind of luminary. So the vibes are going to feel extra good, but keep in mind though that the sun is still in Cancer. Okay, so it could have us in our feelings a little bit. Okay, so it'll be amplifying our emotions. So the sun here will be shining a light on our internal world. Okay, so these days are perfect for self-reflection and meditation, working with your ancestors, journaling. Okay, because King, thank you. Because what's going to be happening is that the sun will be shining a light on the subconscious. So you're going to find like there's going to be a lot of clarity coming through for you. Lots of clarity. There's going to be lots of clarity, and you'll just be able to have like a full circle moment when the sun is conjunct Jupiter, because Jupiter is that full circle moment. So a lot of revelations, a lot of downloads. Your intuition is going to be heightened. Like, yeah, the next few days is going to be very potent. And then they say like the 24th, that's when it's going to peak. So really pay attention to like how you're feeling, what's coming through for you. And if you journal, if you meditate, what is coming up for you, because you're going to receive some interesting insights that are going to be very clear. Okay. So the Sun conjunct Jupiter is a very important day. Very important. Do you guys have any questions about that? Do you guys need me to read on anything? I actually did do a tarot reading yesterday. Um, and I'm actually going to share the cards that I got with you guys. So I will be pulling some tarot on the overall collective energy for the new moon. But again, you guys could feel free to leave your questions in the chat and I could answer them. You would just have to give a donation. Okay, so Sun conjunct Jupiter, it's also a really good time to get clear on your intentions. So, as I was speaking about earlier, this is the time to make your intentions about how you're going to spend pretty much the rest of the year onward, okay? Because we have a whole year of Jupiter being in Cancer, okay? And it's going to be at its most potent during Cancer season. If you guys hear rain, it's raining where I am. Hopefully it doesn't like thunder. Okay, so yeah, it's raining hard. But yes, you guys, this is a really good time to set intentions around like the 23rd, 24th. It's literally the day before the new moon. So you got like 2 days, two big days. The 24th and the 25th are going to be very powerful. But I mean, you have pretty much a good few days to work with the Sun conjunct Jupiter. So be very clear about how you want to move forward because it's really going to shape the vibe. That's very Cancer. It's really going to shape the vibe of the rest of the year for you. So, okay. Do you guys hear that? That's like so loud. The rain is like super intense right now. This is peak summertime. This is peak summertime in Florida. Lord. But anyways, okay, so let's get into the new moon. Okay. So this Florida, yeah. Yeah, it's like hurricane season now. That summer started. So hopefully we don't get a hurricane, but it is hurricane season though. So that's why the rain is like stronger. Yeah. But I hope that's not too distracting for you guys. But so let's talk about the Cancer new moon. The Cancer new moon happens on the 25th. And I feel like this is going to be a very very good full moon for all of us. Like, you guys don't know how special it is. And I talked a little bit about it in my last live. Hello, welcome to the 7 people in the chat. Like the chat if you're coming in. I'm doing live tarot readings. We're talking about the summer solstice, the Cancer new moon. So definitely join into the chat. Say hello. Yeah, I talked a little bit about this in my last live, and the aspects for this are pretty interesting. It's Devatau. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Maybe I'll call you Dave. That's easier. Yes, hit the like button, share this live with other people so they could join in on the party, because this is supposed to be a celebration. Dave Tao. Okay. Do you want me to just call you Dave or your full name? I'm sorry. Yo, I always like mash up people's names. Okay, I could call you Dave. Hey Dave, welcome. How are you? Happy Cancer season. Happy summer solstice. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I'm also doing live tarot readings with $5 donations. So if you have a question about the solstice, about the Cancer new moon, or any other personal questions, just leave me a super chat donation and I'll answer. So you've been watching me because you said happy that you're doing lives finally. I didn't know you were waiting. I didn't know y'all really wanted me to do lives. Like, you guys should have let me know sooner. I would have done them sooner. But yes, I've been loving doing lives because it just lets me free flow, you know? And I just love chatting with you guys. So Dave, how are you feeling about Cancer season? Are you in your feels? Let me know how Cancer season is going for you. But we're talking about, hi, Angela, you made it. You made it. You made it. You made it. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome. So, we're talking about the summer solstice and the Cancer new moon. We're talking about the astrology aspects that are going on right now and for the new moon. And I'm also doing live tarot readings. So it's just going to be a $5 super chat donation to support your girl. But I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions, whether it's about the solstice, the new moon, or just whatever you want to know. And Angie, can you like this live, please, if you haven't already, and share it so more people can come to the party? But let's get back into this new moon. It happens on the 25th. Yes. So in the last live, I talked about the aspects. And the aspects is that the new moon will be conjunct Jupiter and part of fortune in Cancer. Super insane. Okay. So this is like a very lucky new moon. Very, very lucky. This new moon is really good for opportunities. So if you've been waiting on a certain opportunity or just a lot of unexpected opportunities coming in. When I did the reading for it, I got a lot of unexpected surprise vibes with this new moon. And it might be because of the result of the square. You know how the square just kind of slowed things down, and then it's like all of a sudden, like the floodgates are open, right? So everything just comes flowing in like a river. So a lot of good stuff is going to be coming in with this new moon. Um, I will say though, it's still going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune, y'all. Like, Saturn and Neptune are just messing up everything. Like, for real. This is just so irritating with Saturn and Neptune. I just can't with those two. I know, Angie, right? Like, come on. But Since you're just coming in, I was saying how this Saturn square Neptune, squaring off with the Cancer energy, is helping us get very clear about how we're moving forward with this powerful energy, because this Cancer Jupiter is going to be intensified during the season, okay? Especially during this new moon, because the moon is at home in Cancer. The moon is at home in Cancer. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So this is a big deal, y'all. This is a really big deal. A very big deal. Angie, how are you feeling this Cancer season? Didn't you tell me you had Cancer energy? How are you feeling? And happy summer solstice. But yeah, you guys. So this new moon is going to emphasize the planning and intention, because it's a new moon anyway. So it's like this is the time where we put our intentions and we start working towards the intentions that we put. Okay? Because it's gonna whatever you plant during this new moon, it's gonna grow, and it's gonna grow big, because this is water. So this new moon makes me think like there's a lot of water, a lot of nourishment in this thing that you're putting intention into. So guys, be very clear, because whatever intentions that you put, it's going to be big. It's going to be amplified. Angela, you said I'm a Cancer stellium. I've been reflecting a lot. Yeah, I felt like that yesterday too. I was very reflective. I definitely felt the shift though, because I'm very in tune too. Even though like we're on the square, I still felt a little something. It felt really nice. It did. I just feel like Saturn is still like it's withholding it. It's like I'm not gonna give y'all the whole thing. I'm gonna let y'all a little peek, but I ain't gonna give y'all the whole thing yet. So it's like suspense. We're building suspense right now. But you said Saturn is transiting your fourth house. How's that been for you? Let me know how that's been for you, Angela. Yeah, Saturn in the fourth house could feel very heavy. You could be having like a lot of responsibilities with your family, your home life, just really structuring things. This could be an end of a cycle when it comes to a home situation or a family situation. Sometimes it can bring a passing, but you have to look into the transits and the aspects and stuff. But in a general sense, Saturn takes away. Saturn is the original Grim Reaper, so it could bring a passing in your family too. You said you're going through a lot with your family. Your mom is getting on your last nerves with the religious talk and condemning me. Ooh. So does your mom like live with you, or you live with her? I mean, either way, it's still, that doesn't matter. Like, people with their religious talk is just, it's just annoying. And I have nothing against other religions and what people believe in. You connect with God however you see fit, but I don't agree with forcing your ideologies on people. Dave, I thought Saturn was considered the taskmaster of the planets. It is. But if you look at the mythology of Saturn, like specifically Roman mythology, Saturn was the original death god before Pluto. He was the original Grim Reaper, actually. That's why when you see Saturn in mythologies, he has like the little scythe. That's like the Grim Reaper scythe. He was the original. And that's no shade to Pluto because Pluto is nothing to play with. I love me some Pluto, okay, because I'm Plutonian. But I have connections with Saturn too. So, but he is the original though. So Saturn is many other things. Yes, you are correct, Dave. Yes. Billy said, "Oh, oh Lord, not the religious talk." I feel you. Yeah, I hope everything gets situated. That oh, you don't live with her. She just kind of just puts her nose and stuff. Yeah, I can only imagine what she says because you're into astrology and like new age philosophies. I would even say like astrology is new. It's not new. It's one of the most ancient sciences. It's not new. So it's like when people say it's like new age, I'm like, that makes no sense to me because the Egyptians were using it, the Mayans were using it, and it's just like, it's not new. It's advanced. And I guess maybe that's what people mean by new age. It's like, it's just a very advanced language in science, and not everybody understands astrology and how to connect with the planets. They just know that they're there, but they don't know how to like really tap into it and read it. And this is why they say astrologers are they're very special. And they're people that, they say that people who practice astrology, they're billionaires. Like literally every celebrity has an astrologer. The president has an astrologer. Yeah, it's for the elite. Billy said, my mom, who's into astrology, kind of, but still listens to the people who demonize it. Yeah, that's kind of like my mom. I wouldn't say my mom demonizes it though, but she she she's a little tapped in. Not as tapped in as I am, but she's aware. She's just more so tapped into her sun sign. She's a Sagittarius. Yeah, astrology is so beautiful. I'm just very happy myself that I connected to astrology too. Because I've always been into astrology, but on like a surface level. And then something happened one day where, I was put on to like the deeper side of astrology. And then I'm like, I'm going to look into this more. Like my curiosity alarm just went off. Like, okay, like I need to know more about this. I didn't know like astrology was that deep when I first came across like what a birth chart is and your moon and your Venus and all of that. And I just went down the rabbit hole and here I am. Do you guys have any questions about anything that I mentioned so far? I just want to check in with you guys as, to answer your questions. Okay. We'll just leave your questions and I'll be reading the chat. Okay. Let me see what else I wrote in my notes so I could stay on track because my mind, it goes everywhere. Okay, so I was talking about the new moon, so I still got more to talk about. So this new moon to me, hey Angela. Okay, so you're interested in a reading. So for a reading, it's $5 donation. So yes, you do a super chat. And I pull a card for you. So whenever you're ready, just leave your question, your super chat, $5, and I'll answer. So yeah, the new moon, it's giving mixed bag. It's like a mixed bag. It's like trail mix. Okay, like there's just so much going on with this new moon. When I was tapping into it yesterday, I'm like, there's multiple different things happening here. And because it's like a mixture of like issues are going to come up, but at the same time, there are going to be blessings. So we're getting a mixture of everything at once. Okay. When you're ready, Angie, I got my cards ready. I'm going to just keep talking. So, with that being said, I wanted to talk about the cards that I pulled. So, actually, before I do your reading, Angie, let me show you guys the cards live that I pulled. I actually left them right here. So, I'm going to go through all of them. Okay. So, I got, let me put it in the order that I got. I put it. So I could read it the way I put it. Okay. All right. So for the cards that I pulled for the new moon, so the first card that I got was the Five of Swords. So this is what I was saying about how there are going to be issues baked in to this new moon. Okay. So there's going to be a conflict that comes up. Okay. There's going to be some conflict, but I feel like it's more so conflict resolution. Okay. So just with this card alone, it was telling me that some shit is going to be figured out with this new moon. Okay. There's going to be some resolution. And I say that because I did say I was going to talk about Mars in Virgo. Right now, Mars is in Virgo until August 6th. So we got a couple months with Mars in Virgo. But this is nice because this will help us get grounded and practical, especially practical in the steps that we take to really bring to fruition our intentions. Okay. And I feel like it's needed because honestly, you guys, we're going to get to a point where there's really no earth in the astrology. Like once Uranus leaves Taurus, like there's going to be no earth except for the Mars in Virgo. But then, Uranus will go back retrograde and then it'll go back in Taurus, the end degrees of Taurus. But once Uranus is completely out of Taurus and then Mars moves on from Virgo. Oh, and we also have Venus in Taurus right now. So we got some earth energies to kind of help with the manifestations. Because think about it, like we're in Cancer season, Jupiter is in Cancer. It's a lot of water. So we need like a container to put that in. But the conflict resolution, that's very Virgo. Virgo is a sign that likes to resolve things. It's a problem solver. Okay? It's a fixer. Okay? So remember how I was telling you guys how these squares are going to bring up issues from the past. Okay. So, whatever conflicts that you've had with others, or just even conflicts within yourself, these are going to be surfacing. And these are going to be surfacing for you to resolve these things. Dave, you said go Virgos, right? I'm a Virgo. Hey. But yes. So, a lot of conflict resolution. Okay. Angela, thank you for your super chat. You want to know what you should focus on for this upcoming new moon in Cancer? Okay. Let me tap in for you. What's your rising, Angela? If you don't mind me asking. I'm just curious. Your Sag rising. Ooh, I love that. So, what you should be focusing on, Angela, is building, collaboration, okay? Teamwork. I really feel like it's very important to, with this Cancer new moon, it's about aligning yourself to the right people that see your vision and that are there to help you. Okay, so this Cancer new moon is most likely gonna attract a lot of new connections to help you build something or continue to build something that you've already been working on, like help it take it to, help it go to the next level. But collaboration is in the cards for you, which is good. Very light energy for you. Have you been wanting to collaborate with some people? But I would say definitely three is your favorite number. Three is my favorite number too. So, really, to answer your question in general, Angela, it's about money. It's really about getting your money right, but through collaborating. So, you could find that certain partnerships, they could help you increase your finances because they could put you on to some things that could help you make more money. So, it's really, I would say, do some networking. Do some networking in your area and connect with some like-minded individuals, and that's going to lead you to more money. So this new moon in Cancer is about your money. You're a seventh houser, and your north node is in the seventh house. I've been learning how to collab lately. What's your experience with the north node in the seventh house? Yeah, you definitely come from a lifetime where that didn't come easy for you. You were much about yourself and working by yourself, being by yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you're going to find that you gain more through your collaborations instead of trying to do it all alone. So the North Node in your seventh house is teaching you the valuable lesson of like you can't do everything on your own. And sometimes working with others, especially when it's in alignment, that's going to bring you way more. And it's going to make your life easy, you know? Does anybody else want a super chat reading? It's a $5 donation. Just leave your super chat and I'll pull a card for you. Angela, you be wanting to be alone. I feel it. Yeah, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes interacting it could be a kind of a lot. Sometimes people are just kind of a whole lot to deal with. But sometimes it's necessary to connect, you know? Because you just never know who can help you. But that's why it's important to be aligned, align yourself with the right people, and you'll find like those connections aren't draining. It's the ones that the karmic connections, the unnecessary cord attachment connection, those, dude, I don't want that to find me at all. Because being a Plutonian is just a long cycle of dealing with karmic connections. It's not fun. I'm trying to find my card because I was still breaking down the cards. So back to the new moon. So we got the King of Pentacles. So this is where the big blessings is coming in. And it's a result of us doing the healing work. So you know how we got the 5 of Wands earlier? The conflict resolution is going to bring the wealth, the big reward. Okay? So this is why I was saying it's very important that we heal the karma, we end the cycles. I do feel this new moon is going to bring a big culmination collectively, individually and collectively. Okay. And then we also, for this new moon, Angie, you made me mix up all my cards. Hold on. Because I want to show you guys. I want to give you guys visuals. So now I got to find my cards. Okay. So the next card. No, you're good, Angie. I'm just playing. Not 6 of Swords. What is this? Knight of Swords. So this is the unexpected vibes that I was getting. When I seen this, I'm like, okay, this is giving like a very unexpected kind of vibe with this new moon. So you could find that people from your past unexpectedly, they come out the blue wanting to have conversation because swords represent conversation, communication. Specifically with the Knight of Swords, it's unexpected communication, but it could be a little abrasive. Okay, so this is what I was saying, like the conflict. Okay, so this is the new moon to speak your truth, nothing but the truth, and say it with your whole chest. Okay, so Angela, you want to know what are your thoughts on what the healing work looks like and healing karma and cycles? You mean as far as like for the like because now we have Jupiter in Cancer, like how are the healing cycles going to look like now? If you're talking about that, I would say I feel like with Jupiter being involved here in Cancer, I feel like it could kind of make it a little bit more easier, you know, for the collective. Yeah, I feel like collectively, like the healing is gonna get a bit easier. Cause I feel like the last few years, you guys, like especially since 2020, and I know y'all don't want to be having flashbacks about 2020, but the astrology was so crazy because there was a lot of Aquarius, a lot of Capricorn. The healing And the clearing, the karma, and the cycles, that shit was tough. That shit was pressure. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that shit was not fun and it didn't feel good at all. That was the most intense healing process collectively that we've ever been through, at least in our lifetime. At least for like the Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, and maybe some of the older generations, but they old, so they don't count. They don't count. But for those generations, like that was intense. So now with the Jupiter in Cancer, I feel like it's going to take the edge off a little bit. Just a little bit, make the healing a little bit better. But it's still going to be intense because we still have Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of the collective. So it's still going to feel intense, Angie. I feel like it's going to get easier because Cancer is bringing that flow in the collective. Okay, so there's going to be less resistance. Because I feel like the transits prior to the Jupiter in Cancer, especially way back in like 2020, the resistance was strong. People were fighting. Okay, people were fighting the change, people were fighting the healing, you know? But I do feel like this year, with Jupiter being in its exaltation, thank you, Angie. I do feel like Jupiter being in its exaltation and also the North Node being in Pisces. Let's not forget, y'all, the North Node is in Pisces right now. So the North Node in Pisces, it's bringing that the culmination. Okay, so karma will be closed before we move on to the next sign, before the North Node goes into Aquarius. Karma will be closed. I'm gonna tell you that much. And it's gonna be easy and it's gonna speed up because remember, we're not gonna have no earth energy. So this is going to help us detach more, okay, instead of holding on or being stuck in certain things. Because I feel like that's a lot of the problem. Collectively, we've been stuck, we've been stagnated. And I feel like what's still slowing it down a little bit is the Uranus in Taurus. Uranus in Taurus is like still making the change come very slow. But once it gets out of Taurus, like you guys are going to have to really hold on to something because it's going to like literally drag us. And it's like there's no time to like process nothing. It's like that Gemini energy, especially in Uranus, is like boom, 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 boom. We got to move fast. Okay? Life is going to speed up. Life is definitely going to speed up. Okay? So, going back to the cards, the Four of Cups reverse is what I got for the new moon in Cancer. And this really ties in with this, how the unexpected things are going to start happening, to where it's going to be like things that you thought that you missed out on, like opportunities or things that you've wanted, but it just didn't work out the way that you planned. Hello to everybody that just that just came in. Please like the live if you're coming in. This is going to, it's going to feel like a miracle. You know what I'm saying? This new moon, because again, things that you thought were like gone forever, they're just going to out of nowhere come back. A lot of things from your past are going to come back. It doesn't only have to be karmic bad things that are going to resurface. It could be good things. It could be good things, you know? Certain opportunities that you wanted, but that maybe it wasn't the time, it could come around unexpectedly and be that time for you. You know, opportunities that you thought you missed, they're going to pop up out of nowhere. Okay. So it's really, this new moon is really going to take us out of this stagnancy, this apathy, this, you know, kind of just feeling like life isn't fair, or like, oh, like you're kind of just in this space where you're kind of harping over the past. There's going to be no more of that because it's going to be cycling back because now it's time. Okay. This new moon is a new moon where it's like, now it is time. There's no waiting, there's no getting ready to do anything. So, this is what I'm saying. Right now, with these squares, this is your time to really get things in order because once the new moon happens, it is time. And it's only going to be onward from there, especially when Jupiter leaves the squares. We're in there. So, like, aren't you guys excited? I'm super excited. This summer is going to be definitely life changing. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. It's definitely going to be amazing. How are you guys feeling about the new moon so far? Angela, you said I have to literally say affirmations daily to help with my reverse Four of Cups energy. I'm very moody with all the Cancerian energy. Yeah, this Cancer energy is a whole mood. It's a whole mood. Like yesterday, I was just such in deep thought, you know, and I was just reflecting on a lot of things from my past. Billy, you said you're terrified. What happened? What's going on? Billy is always just shocking me with the stuff that you're always shocking me. Billy, what are you terrified about? You should be happy, baby. Like what? This is amazing. This is gonna be one of those times where it's like, man, what a time to be alive. That's what it's giving. What a time to be alive. So I got a couple more cards to share with you guys with the new moon. So I also got the Six of Wands. So this is a very positive sign. So I feel like whatever you're working through, it's going to be a success. You're going to overcome it. Right now, we're in a testing period where we could feel very challenged at this time, but the Six of Wands is a good sign that things are going to go in your favor and you're going to be successful. You're going to overcome this challenge. So, for those of you who work with candles and things, for some reason, what was coming to me was Hi John. I don't know how other botanicas sell it, but typically it's like a purple candle. And Hi John, it basically helps you overcome like obstacles and challenges and things. So if you need a little boost to help you during these times, I would definitely look into that candle. I would definitely look into that. Yeah, you could do that with some road opener because the road opener is gonna further remove the obstacles, the blockage. Mm, if it's like a karmic attachment, you could also probably add some banishing oil, because the whole point is like to help release the attachments to past things, because these that's the thing with the past, like while it's so hard to let go, it's necessary for growth, because the past will keep you stuck. The past will keep you stuck. So I feel like the cosmos have been supporting us to help us release. And then we got the ace of wands. This is the card that I got at the bottom for the Cancer new moon. So we're going to be getting our spark back. And I do see a lot of growth opportunities coming through as well. But the magic is going to be coming back. Like Cancer season is going to be a very magical time, y'all. Cancer season is going to be magical AF. So actually, the Ace of Wands is indicating this is the perfect time to do your candle magic and your spiritual work, because it's going to be 10 times more powerful under this influence with Cancer. And it's going to be more supported with the Jupiter, because remember how Saturn was in Pisces. I feel like it was really putting out the magic. It's really like slowing it down. And it's like I dread when Saturn goes back into Pisces later this year. Something about 2025 that I don't like. I don't like this teasing that it's doing. It's like for all the big heavy hitter planets like Saturn, Uranus, it's like we only get a little bit of it, and then Angela, you said when will Saturn go back into Pisces? Um, I don't have the exact date in front of me, but I believe it's like later this year when Saturn goes retrograde. So yeah, it's like we just get a little taste. We get a little taste of Saturn and Aries. We get a little taste of Uranus and Gemini. Luckily, we get to keep Jupiter in Cancer all the way through. Thank goodness. We get to keep Jupiter in Cancer all the way through. So I'm happy about that. But it's like I'm just ready for like the big shift already. And it's like it's coming, but I want it to stay. I want it to stay because you guys, like, I don't know about you guys. I'm just over these closing out cycles. I'm so done. I'm over it. I'm over it. Any questions so far? Let me know. Who else is in the chat right now besides Angela? How was your weekend, Angela? Sunday, fun day. It's actually raining where I am. It actually calmed down. Like earlier, it was like raining super hard. That's like gloomy though. Anything fun happened over the weekend for anybody? Your weekend was okay? Yeah, I do love the rain too. It's very relaxing. Billy, you said stuff like this is usually delayed for me, so partly why I'm terrified, but we'll see. Why do you say that, Billy? I will say the energy for the rest of the year, it is going to feel very different. So it's like, I honestly, I don't know what to expect the rest of the year. Like, what type of craziness this next year is going to be bringing. Because, I mean, this year it's already been super crazy. I mean, the stuff in the media was insane. And that was because of Jupiter and Gemini just amping stuff with Pluto and Aquarius. Yeah, I've been on for an hour. I'm gonna be on until 5. So if you have to watch the playback, it will be here for you, Angela. Yeah, Billy Trump being Trump. It's crazy. It's insane. Lord have mercy. So does that mean you're leaving, Angela? If you are, thank you for your super chats. I appreciate you, and I'm happy that you made it. So I know the last one you're like, oh my gosh, I missed it. So I'm happy that you're here. Child, I don't know what Trump got going on because he was in the Middle East like a month ago or so doing God knows what. And then there was this talk about the Schumann resonance and how some of the Earth's energy was missing. It's just wild. And I feel like the more and more time goes on, Angela said last year with Jupiter and Gemini, Kendrick Lamar did his thing. Now with Jupiter and Cancer, will Drake come with something? Ooh, very insightful. Yeah, and you know what? I'm so happy for Kendrick Lamar. It's like watching a big brother grow up because I was listening to Kendrick Lamar when he first came on the scene, but he was still underground. When he came out with Don't Kill My Vibe, I actually seen him twice in concert. He's an amazing performer. Amazing. So it was just watching, it was like watching your sibling get their just due, basically. But it's funny to me when people who are now coming on to him and they're like, oh yeah, just what's that song called? Not Like Us. They think like that's the jam, but it's just like if y'all really knew Kendrick, like that's not that's not the jam. It's not. Swimming pools, don't kill my vibe, like that's Kendrick. ADHD, that's Kendrick. Those are his best. But yeah, with Drake, Lord, honestly, I feel like he better make a comeback after what he pulled. He made himself look bad. See, this is why I believe sometimes it's just good to just leave stuff alone. Just sit this one out. Same thing for Lil Wayne. He should have just sat that one out and just did something else. Because I feel like now you ruined your reputation as being like one of the best rappers. Now people are clowning you. But possibly, I feel like Drake could come out with something. I feel like he could, because I feel like that whole diss, that whole diss, what is it? What am I trying to say? His diss tracks between Kendrick Lamar and, yeah, most likely got him in his feelings. So he might come out with some heat. Billy said, I never knew that was him singing. Billy, you live in Chicago? You live in the Shy? Chicago was loving Not Like Us. Angela, you said, love Kendrick, Not Like Us gave me goosebumps and was on repeat for me. It is, it's a vibe. It's a little, it's a little vibe. It's just me. I'm very nostalgic. And Kendrick Lamar has Mars in Cancer too. So he's gonna be feeling the Cancer energy. But I'm very nostalgic when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. And I feel like for me, his classics are Don't Kill My Vibe, Swimming Pools, ADHD, the whole Good Kid Mad City, and the Damn album too. That's my album. Billy said, yep, yeah. So, okay. Shout out to Chicago. Love it out there. You remember hearing Don't Kill My Vibe? Yeah, that was the vibe. I was literally just getting out of high school when Kendrick came out with that one, Don't Kill My Vibe. That's how like nostalgic it is for me. So yeah, I'm proud of Kendrick for that. It sucks that he's like mainstream now, but if you know, then you know. If you were there, then you were there. And it's like you enjoyed it before he got big. And I kind of feel like last year, I felt like he went through like a alchemical process. See, this is all symbolism. So let me tell you guys what my download was. You know how Drake is a Scorpio, right? And you know how Scorpio has to do with like alchemy and transformation. I feel like that diss, the diss tracks, it was like helping Kendrick Lamar like go through like an alchemical process to become what he is. It's like they did like an energy exchange. Cause like Drake was known to be like on top for a long time. Like Drake got years on him. He got years. And it's like Kendrick Lamar, he was like underground for a long time. So I feel like that was like his breakout moment. And I feel like Drake was there to help assist him in an odd way. Drake was there to assist him in the transformation. So they did like a little energy exchange because now look, Kendrick is like a super popular rapper now. He's like everywhere. Angela, you're Mars and Cancer. How has Mars and Cancer treated you? Mars and Cancer is intense. Super creative though, especially when they have an outlet. Amazing. Angela, you said, yes, I hate I go off moods because Mars and Cancer makes me lazy. It's not that it makes you lazy. You're not lazy. It's that you only have so much energy. Like you have like a reserve of energy to where you have to use it very intentionally. I always say for Mars and Cancers, they have to work with the moon cycle. So this moon could be very important for you. I don't know if it's going to conjunct your Mars because the new moon in Cancer is going to be at 4 degrees. So I don't know if your Mars in Cancer is around that degree, but this would be a perfect time for you to take action. But that's very like Mars in Cancer where it works in cycles, you know? So working with the moon is very essential to your Mars and Cancer energy to work efficiently. Because that's one thing about Mars and Cancer. If they go against the current, if they go against the current, then they're going to be out of alignment, and also like whatever it is that they're trying to do, it's not going to work. So if you get the intuitive download like I can't do this today, like I don't have the energy, and you still try to do that thing, literally something's going to happen to where you're going to be like, dang, I just should have never done this in the first place. I should have just listened to how I felt. So it's like your Mars in Cancer is like, it just helps you conserve your energy as opposed to like a fire Mars where it's like they're on go and they do any and everything. So it's like it really just depends on the rest of your chart. It really tells you the why you have certain placements, why you have certain placements, and what your placements are there to help you with. Your Mars in Cancer is at 5 degrees. Ooh, so that means this new moon is going to conjunct your Mars. This new moon is going to supercharge you. Ooh, this is a really good time, Angela, for you to take action on some opportunities, take some risks. That's what I would say. So if there's somebody big that you've been wanting to collaborate with, I would say take that risk and go for it. And it's going to be very fruitful. So most likely for you, since the new moon is squaring with Saturn and Neptune, it's just going to have you address like subconscious fears or limitations that may be preventing you from taking a risk on something that you've been wanting to do. So this is your chance to go for it. You have divine support. Yeah, this new moon in Cancer, it's definitely going to bring renewal and it's going to bring a very fresh energy. Very revitalizing. So, is there any other topics that you guys wanted to talk about? Because that's all I wrote down for as far as like the astrology goes. And you got the Three of Pentacles too. I'm excited for you. I would love to know what manifests for you around this time. Billy, you said you got 7-7 recently. Like this has been your angel number. My angel number has been 5. And ironically, there's like 5 people in this chat right now. 5 has just been following me everywhere. So I'm going through my transformations too. So what y'all want to talk about? I still have some time on here, about like 30 minutes. We could talk about more stuff that's going on in the media, something. What have you guys noticed that has been going on in your world that's been interesting? But 7 is a lucky number though, Billy. I think you should be excited. That's a lucky number. Hi, Niana. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Summer Solstice celebration. Here we're doing live tarot readings and we're talking about the astrology of the solstice, the Cancer new moon. So if you have a question, leave a donation of $5 to support me and I will pull a card for you. And also like the live if you haven't already, please. What I've been noticing in the media, it's just been so much going on, you guys. Like I can't even keep up. You know, Diddy is still doing, the trial is still going. Like there's just so much going on. Um I don't think I've noticed anything recently. I just actually know there's been protests. So, how's that been for you guys? I know they were saying like it started in LA, but I see like other places protesting. Like in Miami, they were doing like a big one. So, have you guys seen protesters in your area? Angela, you said your birthday is 7/7. Yes, girl. Your birthday is coming. Cancer gang gang. I love cancers. Y'all are one of my favorite water signs. Alongside Scorpio. Scorpio got me in a chokehold for real. Hey Shandana, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the celebration. I'm glad you're safe, Shandana. And it's okay. Whenever you can, I would love to work with you. I understand. But I was wondering what happened. I was like, what happened to Shandana? But welcome to the live. I'm doing live tarot readings with $5 donations to answer any of your questions related to the solstice, the Cancer new moon, or if you have a personal question and you need clarity, I could pull a card for you. Billy said the ICE protest. Yeah, what's going on with ICE? It's like I really try not to tune into these things because just the media is just so low vibrational. I'll be honest, but I'm just the type of person though, like I'm just curious. So it's like I still look because I want to know. Yeah. I hope all is well for you too, Shandana. But I'm definitely glad you're safe and I'm happy that you're here, regardless. What are the protests about, Angela? Apparently, it's about migrants. Migrants, they're protesting for their rights, something. Y'all don't quote me because it's like I ain't look too deep. I just see things on social media and I just take a glimpse and I'm like, okay, this is just too much. But I seen a lot about like the Mexican migrants protesting and fighting for their rights, you know, to continue to work, build things in America, just be in America, because Trump has been like fighting against that. Trump has really been fighting against all immigrants, really, all migrants. But I feel like for some people though, I feel like this is kind of the result of not really doing your research because I've seen videos where there have been people that were like upset about Trump's policies. And what they explained was like, well, yeah, I liked this part of the policy, but I didn't expect him to do everything else. And it's just like, wait a minute, you can't pick and choose. You choose him as your president, it comes with everything. You get the whole package. You don't get to just pick and choose. So that's why I find it so strange. But yeah, now people are mad. But it's just like, but why didn't you do your research though? Shandana, you said, guys, I saw multiple ice cards behind me when I went to work on Monday. I work in LA. Oh, yeah. So, Shandana, you're in LA. So, yes, let us know more about what's going on. Yeah. And there's a lot of Mexican people in LA. I see a lot of Mexican people in the media, but I know it's like all Latinos, but yes, definitely. Fight for your rights, definitely. I have not been outside myself, but this is part of it, you guys. This is the revolution. This is a result of the Aquarius energy. This is exactly what we're supposed to be doing because if we don't, nothing is going to happen. But I still feel there's a lot of people in the collective that are still holding on to what was. That's, it's that resistance. Has it been like super crazy though in LA? Like just out of control? Because you know how the media, like literally, it makes things look worse than what it actually is. So I want to know from you, Shandana, like, is it really as bad as they make it seem? Because they just make it seem like it's just a free for all in LA. Independence Day is coming. Independence Day is definitely coming. Oh, y'all know that Cancer in astrology, it represents the people, the collective too. So this is our time, y'all. We're not playing. And like we have this Aries energy and Pluto in Aquarius. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like the rest of this year is going to be crazy. We're going to be fighting for real. So I don't know. I've been hearing talk about war, but I try not to get sucked into the media too. Because, sometimes the media, most times, not even sometimes, most times, it's just playing on our emotions and playing in our face for real. Billy said, I'm just disappointed in certain Black folks saying this isn't our fight when Afro Latinos, Haitian, Jamaican immigrants are also being affected by this. I agree. And this is the problem of, specifically the melanated community, why we're not as far as we should because we don't support each other. Well, I don't want to say we, but there's a lot of us in that collective that we don't support each other. because we make up the whole. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to support the other part, like, you're not going to go nowhere either. And I guess because too, like the FBA, the foundational Black Americans, I guess they feel like nobody ever was on their side. So that's probably why they're saying that. But I feel like we just need to come together. There's just too much divide. And I feel like it's gotten worse since 2020. Everybody's like divided and separate. And again, it's the media. The media just makes this a problem. It makes the race issue a problem. I feel like we do have the capacity to get along with each other and really work together. It's just as long as we feed into the media, it's just going to keep us confused and divided. That's the problem. Shandana said against it. It's basic human rights issue. This is going to impact everyone, by the way. Lots of businesses are having massive sales, almost like they're getting ready for people to stop by. Yeah. How has Target been for you guys and Walmart? Did you guys ever like shop at any of these places? I know there's like a what is it called? DEI strike where black people basically they're losing sales if they're selling products in these places, which yeah, they do have like an ethnic section in these establishments. So Billy said my friend went to one of the protests and all they did was party and play games, so it's not as bad as the media shows. That's what I'm saying. Like, Shandana, you said it's not as chaotic out here, but during the protests, some of them have been towards the end. The community is very strong out here in LA. Yes. Shout out to LA. I love Shandana, you know I love LA. I love the West Coast. I love the culture. It's such a rich culture. Like it's like especially like places like LA and Chicago, yo, the culture is so strong, especially in the Mexican community. Wow. Chef's kiss, literally. Yeah, the wildfires. I want to hear more about your perspective, Shandana. Like, what was that like? Ronak, hi. Yes, I am pulling cards. It's a $5 donation. And I pull a card for any question that you have. It could be about the solstice, it could be about the Cancer new moon, or if you just need clarity on something, I could do a one card $5 pull for you. And welcome to the live. Shandana, you said, I don't shop at Target or Walmart. It's been years since I boycotted them. Shandana, so, okay, before the boycott, like what happened? What made you stop working there or stop shopping there? Excuse me. Yes, Ronak, you can leave your question in the chat. You just send a super chat to have your question answered. Shandana, you said F corporation. Yeah, y'all collectively we need to get in our bag. So if you haven't started a business, start your business because I'm telling you, these corporations, once they all go, we're on our own. And that's very Saturn and Aries, where it's just like the government, the powers that shouldn't be, they're gonna be taking a back seat to where it's just like we gotta fend for ourselves. I definitely rather support small businesses too. I agree, Shandana, for sure. Support your local grocery store, coffee shop, jewelry store, whatever it is, support them. Whether it's in person or online, support small businesses. Absolutely. Because they're for the culture, they're for the community. You said, I love discovering local shops in my area here in LA. I know you guys have so many. You have so many. When I went to LA, the guy that I was talking to, I was seeing him at the time because he was living in LA. He told me about Earth Cafe in LA. It's kind of near like Skid Row. It's not like near, but it's like I remember having to pass through there and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a whole neighborhood." That is crazy. Yeah, and I remember I had like some I forgot which coffee that I had, but because of that place, I started putting honey in my coffee because of them. But I forgot which one it was. I don't know if it was like a honey latte. It was so long ago when I went to LA, and this is why I want to go back. But yeah, Shandana Earth Cafe was definitely a vibe. It was beautiful in there too. And you said you've made relationships with like the local shops and cafe. Yeah, I love it when I find my spots and it's like they just remember me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, it makes like a genuine connection. And it's really the epitome of like what it means to really be connected as a community. This is how it's supposed to be. Like these corporations where it's like, I don't even see who's running the store. Like, I don't even see you. You're just a invisible entity. I just see workers. As opposed to like a small business, you could meet the owner. It's most likely a family sometimes. Yeah. Ronak, are you still in the chat? Shandana, you said it's so much better than shopping at Target. No customer service accusing me. I agree. I feel like the changes just need to happen already, and they need to happen fast. They are. I just want us to be in full in effect because I just kind of feel like things kind of just been dragging still, like from what was. And like I said, I feel like it's a result of like collectively, there are still like those stragglers holding on to what was, how we were living, instead of accepting that we're changing. We're changing. How long is the age of Aquarius going to be happening for? I mean, we have a long way to go because I believe Pluto will be in Aquarius until I think like 2036. I don't have the dates in front of me, but Pluto and Aquarius will be here for a while. And we're only just in the beginning. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're in for a ride. A ride. Angie, did you leave the chat? Where'd you go? Where'd everybody go? Where's Ronak? Where's Billy? Where's Dave? Oh, there you are, Billy. Okay, where is everyone? Yeah. You're still here vibing with me, Angie? I love that. I love that. What's been going on where you're at, Angela? Angela, don't you live in Texas? From what I see on Instagram, don't you live in Texas? How's Texas? I haven't been since last year, and I just went to San Antonio. But yeah, Billy is giving revolutionary Aquarius. Memphis. That's the one, Memphis. How's Memphis? You know, I've never been to Tennessee, but I heard like it's nice. I should check it out. What would you recommend that I do in Tennessee, Angela? Mhm. Also, you guys, if you have any video requests, you can also leave that in the chat too. Somebody, I think it was you, Billy, you told me to do, I wrote it down. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see because I wrote it down. Okay. Yes, so Billy, you asked me to do Moon in Virgo. I've been wanting to do that. And Mars in Pisces. So if you guys have any other video requests, let me know. I should start filming soon again. I've been having so much fun being on live though. Yeah, we are. Me and Angie are following each other on IG. So definitely if you have an IG, Shandana, definitely check me out on IG. I'm popping on there too. Mm. You said I love how you did glamour magic video. You were about to really ask me for a glamour magic. See, I guess you were telepathically speaking to me. I don't know what prompted me to do that because I was actually gonna do a different get ready with me video astrology talk, and then it just came to me. And I'm like, let me just do this glamour. You know what it is? Because I feel like it was like actually around like Aries season. I had the idea, but I wasn't ready to do it yet. And then I ended up doing it. And I'm like, okay, let me just do a little get ready with me and quick astrology chat about Venus. I'm glad you like it, Shandana, because I was feeling away because people weren't showing it no love because it's still the algorithm is still filling it out. So I'm gonna see how it goes. But if you guys haven't, for those of you who haven't seen it, go watch my Glamour Magic and Venus video. I talk about self care, color theory, and I share with you guys some affirmations that will work best with your Venus to help you amplify your beauty, your magnetism, and to just help you love on yourself more because self care is top tier. But thank you, Shandana. You would want a more in depth video on glamour magic. I could do that because I know I did mention mirror work briefly in the beginning, but I was just like, let me just stick to affirmations, self care, and color theory for people. But I could go in depth on like mirror work. Did you want to know more about that? Angela, you said check out Tennessee, come to Memphis and explore we or the Egyptian city. I heard that. I heard that. Because yeah, Memphis is a city in Egypt. Yeah. I heard that. Ooh. Cause I love me some Egypt. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Ah, Angela, you have Venus and Leo. I love that. That's cute. And you too, Billy. Billy said, I recently seen your Scorpio Venus video. You think your soulmate is a Venus and Scorpio? That Scorpio energy is gonna get you. It's gonna get you. Shandana, I think we're telepathically speaking. We are. You have Venus and Libra. Thank you for liking my video. Yeah, because I was feeling like a little distraught because I'm like, it didn't do as well as well, so far. It's still like the algorithm is still like syncing with it. So we'll see how it goes. So fingers crossed that it reaches more people. But I'm really happy that people still watched it though, regardless. So I'm grateful. Billy says, hey, sometimes we need to amplify our booty too, right? You guys are going to get used to me making typos in my speech because I'm a Mercury person, okay? I'm a Virgo. So it's like I get tongue tied a lot. It's that anxious energy. Sometimes I get a little nervous sometimes when I'm on live, but I'm getting used to it. So the more I do this, and I love that I have you guys here because you guys are very supportive. So I appreciate all of you very much. Shandana, you said my mom is very spiritual and taught me mirror work when I was a kid with low self esteem. She be witching. She be witching. Yeah, mirror work for me, it goes beyond like the surface of like staring at yourself and being like, I'm beautiful, I'm the best, and I'm obsessed. Awaken Hustle. Can you? Yes. So readings are $5 super chat. And yes, I could do a one card pull for you. Yes. Welcome to the chat too, Awaken Hustle. But mirror work for me, it's like it goes beyond that. It's also because here's the thing. Because Libra, when you are not Libra, Venus, when you look at the symbol of Venus, it looks like a mirror, right? It looks like one of those old school handheld mirrors. And what it's symbolizing is how things external of you are your reflection. That is your mirror. Okay, so that's also you doing mirror work as well by looking at your environment, looking at your relationships. This is why Libra Venus has to do with relationships because your relationships show you your soul. Okay, your relationships are representations of different aspects of yourself that either you need to integrate or that you have, whatever the case may be. So that's also mirror work. And that's where I was going with the mirror work concept. Because your relationships are going to show you where you're at energetically, and they help you make those changes. Angela, you said you're obsessed with Scorpio. I have no Scorpio or eighth house, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Scorpio could be a whole lot to have. So I think you're kind of you're pretty lucky, Angela. I'm not even gonna hold you because I'm Plutonian, and it's just like, Lord. I mean, Scorpio energy will definitely take you on a whole ride, for real. It's just a whole lot. I don't think you want that kind of smoke. I really don't think you want. The Scorpio smoke is nothing to play with. Shindana, you said I'm a Scorpio. You are a Scorpio, I remember. Scorpio Sun, Mercury, Mars, Pluto, and I don't think you want that either. You don't. It's a whole lot. Scorpio energy, it does make you very powerful, very resilient, just very magnetic, but it just comes with a lot. There's a lot that comes with it. Angela, you said your Gemini moon is curious though. You know what I realized? Gemini and Scorpio, they began together. And I think it's because Gemini like is so curious and Scorpio is so mysterious, it keeps them guessing. Like Gemini, they will ask you a million questions. They're gonna be jumping through hoops though, because it's like Scorpio is not gonna be divulging all that information like that. Dave, you're a Scorpio ascendant. Okay. I actually made a video on Scorpio ascendants. Check it out if you haven't already. It was a fire video. A lot of people liked it. People love it when I talk about Scorpio. And you guys, I'm actually feeling like I want to do another Scorpio video. I've been wanting to talk about Jupiter and Scorpio. So that's also on my list too. Billy, you said your mom is a Scorpio and your dad is a Gemini. You said, let's just say the relationship was abusive. Lord. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Billy. That's trauma. Yeah, because the dark side of Gemini, they got a mouth on them. And I'm not saying anything about your situation, Billy. Like, that's such a terrible situation. But I'm just saying, in a general sense, especially with the Geminis that I've dealt with, they just got a mouth on them. But Scorpio is pretty spicy too. And they will stop at nothing to get their get back. So Angela said you'll listen to anything Scorpio. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna plan that. Jupiter and Scorpio. Shandana, you said people sometimes tell me I have heavy, dark, magnetic vibe. Oh, be side eyeing them because why are you intimidated? I'm just minding my business. I'm very kind, sometimes resting. They're intimidated because they're jealous. That's why. Because their energy isn't powerful. I actually made a short about that, about how your presence is pressure, if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah, and I was talking about that. Like, I made that video for people who have been called intense or people that, where, people see you as a very intimidating person. because I've gotten that too. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Right? I do love that about Scorpio energy too. Shantana, people are intimidated by me. Ooh, hold on, let me plug in my thing. People are intimidated by you because of how you take care of yourself. They're jealous. They're jealous. And something that I notice about this day and age is that I feel like more of this is being exposed, especially in the community of women, like their jealous tactics, their weird energy. It's actually pretty sad, actually. Like you're just a sad individual. And it's just like the more and more I look into like the collective and what's going on, the more and more I'm like, yo, it just goes back to childhood. It's just a lot of unresolved childhood trauma just surfacing in the collective. It just all goes back to childhood. Shandana, you said, I swear I hate it when people get jealous because, babes, there's enough for everyone. I agree. Like, I can't stand people who just want to compete, especially women. Like, what are you doing? You just look dumb. I'm sorry. You're just dumb. And then it just makes you look like you're just lacking. You're just lacking because why is seeing me do great taking away from you? Why is it you liking my things on social media taking away from me or taking away from you? Why is doing like big upping somebody taking away from you? I don't get it. I don't understand that psychology. And I don't subscribe to the girls girl thing. I just support people. That's it. I'm for the people. I want everybody to feel good and do good. That is me. But it's just like I don't have a problem complimenting people, giving them big ups, sharing their things, like promoting them, gassing them up. Like I don't that doesn't take anything away from me. I'm still full. I have an endless supply of love. So I agree, Villy, or not Villy, Shandana. It's more than enough. But you also said I also help people and it's backfired where they surpass me. See, that's the Scorpio effect. And this is where Scorpios, people with Scorpio energy, they need to be very careful because you guys have the power of transmutation. Okay. And this is why people are so desperate for Scorpio's energy because they know once they get in contact, they're going up from there. You got to save some, you got to save the majority of that for yourself. And this is why you need to be guarded if you have Scorpio energy and you're very selective of who gets access to you. Not everybody should have access to you. And I'd be saying that. I've made videos on this. Shanana said, so I've learned to have boundaries. I no longer share all the details. I've learned to keep things to myself. I'm still kind, but not overextending, as you should be. Boundaries, yes. Boundaries are sexy. Boundaries are sexy. And being kind and not nice is key. I agree. Billy said their internalized misogyny be whooping on them. I'm telling you, it's just so odd. It's just odd behavior and not in a good way. Cause there's odd behavior in like a good way, and then there's not. So I just feel like people just I don't know. Like sometimes I'm just like, what is going on? And personally in my life, I've dealt with this. I've dealt with women like this. They're jealous, they're threatened by me, and they just try to sabotage me. I'm like, yo. And it's like, I'm just chilling. And then it's like, people be up in arms. It's crazy. Yeah, the girls girl theme or the girls girl thing, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick because it's just a bunch of women who just still they want to be clicky to me. I don't trust it personally. Now, I support people. That's it. If you're doing good things for yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're elevating, I support you. Whether you're a man or a woman. Exactly, Billy. That's why it's a gimmick. They're only going to help you, support you, like your things, invite you to things if you look like them, if you have their beauty standard. I agree. If you like the same things that they like. No, it's just all like a hive kind of mindset kind of thing. No, I'm an individual. I'm unique. I'm authentic. I just do what the fuck I want to do. Like, I don't have time for that. The group stuff, I don't like. I don't like. Especially because of my experiences in groups with women is just always weird. They just always move weird, and I just can't. I'm too honest because I'm the type of person, if I notice that you're moving weird with me, I'm gonna just confront you and be like, what's the problem? Like, do you like me or not? Like, what happened? That's me. And that makes them feel away. Like they be in their feelings. And it's just like, well, I don't have time for you to play in my face. I don't like that. Shandana, you said some people don't want to put in self work. They just want your beauty secrets and they just want your energy. But there's women out there who aren't good people, like energy vampires. Yeah, you've had a woman try to get super close to you. Yeah, because she's trying to like, what is that thing they're talking about? Destiny swapping. She wants to be you. It is weird. Or she wants to get next to you to sabotage you. I don't want you guys to think like I love being a woman. Like I said, I love people. It's just things that I've experienced personally and seen. It's just women. May Jupiter in Cancer bring me healing with that one. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say that. But it looks like I have some women here that love and support me. Love y'all. But in my real life, I mean, this is real life, but in my life off the internet, like I've had some experience, y'all. Angie, thank you. I've had some experiences. The women community is scary. Like, it's just scary. Like, what's happening? I think, Shandana, that you need to remove yourself from this person if you haven't already. Because she just sounds weird. Mm. Because she realized what you were working with. She's like, I can't keep up. Well, at least she didn't try to destiny swap, or at least it wasn't successful because she realized, like, I can't keep up with this. People are weird. Some women are just weird. I'm sorry. Like, they're just weird. Billy, you said, can you explain Virgo equal being No, 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 no. Absolutely not. I don't approve of that message at all. I don't even think I could finish reading. Because what do you mean? Who said that? They brought that up with Cooking with Kaya. She's a Virgo? Oh, Lord. Are you kidding me? She's... No, no, I don't claim her. I don't. Mm-mm. Virgos ain't no damn male centered. Y'all got me messed up. No, she's male centered, not Virgo. She's male centered, but not Virgo. She just so happens to be a Virgo. Who said this, Billy? Yeah, Shandana, who said? Billy said you better tell them, I gotta defend my Virgo community though. I do. Ain't nobody about to go play on Virgo like that. We're too busy being about our money to be worried. Like Virgo women, like we're too much in our bag to even be worried. Forward moving. Welcome to the chat. Do you like Aries and Libra? I do. Especially Aries. Aries is one of my favorite fire signs. Virgo men love our money. Shandana, you said who is your least favorite sign to date if you have one? Pisces. Pisces. I'm not gonna lie, too. I feel like Gemini is kind of hanging on the edge with me. That's all I gotta say. So they're not completely in the dislike, but they're dangling on the edge with me. And I'm somebody where I swore by Gemini, like I love them. But there have been some things that transpired over the last year of why Pisces and Gemini, but mainly Pisces, they're completely over the edge with me. I love Pisces as an energy because I'm an astrologer, so I know to put my biases aside. I love it as an energy, but once you put it in human form, that's when we have problems. That's when we have problems. Shandana, something happened and it was like family matters. But I mean, with Gemini, it's been like family and some other people that I've met. But with the Pisces, it was a personal matter, and I just mm-mm. I don't like the victim stuff with Pisces. I don't like how they lie. I don't like that. With Gemini, I just don't like how they just want to be twisting stuff, and they just start spazzing on you without really understanding the full totality of what's going on. Like they just start tweaking on you, and it's like you need to relax. You need to relax. And it's the Pisces men. Let me be specific. It's the Pisces men. Pisces women, I don't have an issue with, and I did notice that yet. Yet. Okay? So Pisces women, they're in the clear with me, but Pisces men, mm-mm. Your current crush is a Pisces Venus and Moon. Ooh. Angela, you say your husband is a Pisces, and you said just know I know, and you love him. I mean, I just can't. I just can't. But Angela, I feel like it works for you because you're a water sign. You're a Cancer. So I feel like you maneuver it better than me because it's like, mm-mm. I'm a Virgo. That's my opposite. Shandana, you said he has an aqua sun, Mars with a lot of earth elements. He very Yeah, you told me about him last time. Yeah, he's a sensitive aqua. Billy said I don't deal with two Pisces and their energy is they're just too much. And it's just like they're it's like they're crybabies, the men. They do have anger issues and then they're just mad emotional in not a good way. There's nothing wrong with being emotional, but it's just like they do it in a not good way. And they're very selfish emotionally, very selfish. They only care about how they're feeling. They don't care about what they're doing to somebody else. I don't like that. My sister-in-law is a Gemini and we have a great relationship. She's very talkative and she talks so fast and for so long. That is something that I do love about Gemini though. When it's good, it's good, but when it's bad with Gemini, it's bad. And like I said, they got a mouth on them. But what they don't know is that I'm the divine feminine Mercury. So it's like y'all little clapbacks and arguments, they don't phase me as a Virgo because it's like, okay, then I'm coming with it too. And that's what gets them. That's what makes them more mad. Cause I guess they're used to people like, tapping out. And it's like, until you meet a Virgo, and it's like, no, we going toe for toe. Like, what do you mean? I'm not going to let you take me down. So, but I've been on the receiving end of like a Gemini spazzing. Mm. You said it's so funny how I'm watching a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Child. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm actually going to be getting off soon, you guys. Bird, hello. Welcome to the chat. You can ask a question. The questions are a $5 super chat, and I pull a card for you. They are paid questions this time around. But I didn't ask you, Shandana, what is your least favorite sign? Because I always talk about my favorite signs, but yeah, I tried to refrain from talking about my least favorite because as an astrologer, I shouldn't have a bias. But like I said, I appreciate energies. I love all the energies. It's just, again, when you put the energies in human form, this is when we have problems. This is where there's problems. Does anybody have questions, video requests? I could do mirror work in depth video. I could do that. But I did have a question, Shandana. Like, what exactly did you need me to go in depth on? Like, what part of it? Billy, you said your least favorite sign is Pisces. I'm telling you. And you would think it's Scorpio too, but not for me. Scorpio is actually a benefactor for me, so I do love them and I love Cancers. But Pisces, lost case. Okay, I could do that, Shandana. We talk about that. So I still need to talk about Virgo moon, Mars and Pisces, and mirror work. And I do have a Scorpio video. Actually, I came up with another Scorpio video. You guys, like, the creativity has been insane for me. The creativity has been off the charts for me. It's like it's every other hour where I'm getting a download. Shandana, you said Scorpio video, please. That's a selfish ass. No, it's not. I love talking about Scorpio, and I realize a lot of people like it when I talk about Scorpio too. I just try to, as an astrologer, especially me coming up on here and still building my platform, I just try to show a wide range of my knowledge in astrology. I don't want to just keep it just one sign. So that's why I don't talk about it all the time. But I could do Scorpio, I could do all of that. The next live stream will be, hmm, I'll have to kind of see what's going on. But I mean, I feel like we're pretty covered with June until like July. Yeah, because June is almost over. So I gotta start getting ready for July and see what's going on. Angie, I don't think I understand your question. At least the second part and the third one. I don't know if you've seen the really popular video of mirror work, but she always posts videos and I don't resonate with them. I've never heard of her. But I could put my 2 cents in it. Billy said this was definitely an insightful stream. Listen, that's always my intention to bring good conversation, knowledge, and good vibes to the community. Did you guys feel like this was like a celebration? I try to make it as party as possible. You guys know I'm still growing the platform, so it's not big, so it's not like hundreds of people are in here, but I try to make it fun. Thank you, Shandana. Thank you for all of you guys who tuned in today and who have been tuning in to my content and things and supporting me. I greatly appreciate all of you and I love all of you. Literally. Yeah, so actually speaking of which, Sandana, um, thank you for actually saying that. What days do you guys like? What days are best for you guys when it comes to live streams? I try to look at my analytics to kind of see like when people are on is how I schedule things, but you guys let me know like what days you guys like to sit and watch live streams. Cuz I kind of just pop on. I mean, I try to advertise as much as possible, but I kind of just whatever day I can, and then I just work around that. Angela, you said share. Oh, yeah. I've been getting downloads like crazy. It's just been the downloads mainly have been like a lot of creative ideas. They've just been coming. They've been coming. And it's like I get creative ideas like every hour. It feels like it's just like I could be cooking and then it just comes. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just be doing whatever and it just starts pouring in. So it's like I've just gotten this creative boost to where it's just like I'm just filming a lot, doing a lot of content. Like I've been busy, y'all. Shandana, you said you're off on weekends, Sundays or Saturdays. Angela, you said you're open to any day. Sundays are cool. Okay, so what about you, Billy? I know you're in here. Like, what days would be great for live stream days where you could just come on and chill out? Do you like weekends too? Because everybody's saying Sundays mainly. I think I just follow your creative ideas. Or think just. Yeah, that's what they say. Just keep posting, right? Dave, you said Sundays too. So far people are saying I should do Sunday live streams. They won't be every Sunday, but I'll keep that in mind when I do live streams. When I do schedule, I'll do Sunday. And it also just depends on like what astrologically is going on, but I'll try to keep it to Sunday and be mindful of that so you guys won't miss it. Dave, you said Wednesdays are cool too. Okay. Sundays, Wednesdays. Okay. Dave, do you have any video requests? And oh yeah, I haven't mentioned my website not once. So check out my website, cosmicstartastrology.net. I have pre-recorded astrology and tarot readings, and I also do one-on-one sessions. But I also have mini readings that I do as well on my Etsy shop. I have a mini tarot reading and a mini astrology reading. And my Etsy shop is Cosmic Star Astrology. You said Saturn through the houses. Okay. I mean, this is my thing about doing the 12 signs. And it's not about the views. I'm super grateful for who watches. It's just, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's to do all 12 signs or all 12 houses. I've been trying it out recently, but I haven't liked the response that I've been getting. And it makes me think like, should I even do these? Because it's a lot, it's a lot to film and edit. Shandana, you said I need to book an astrology one with you for the one-on-ones. Is there an option to pick a date where we can have a one-on-one? Yes. So the one-on-ones, they're appointment based. So actually, when you do purchase, it does prompt you to a calendar to book which day and time would work best for you. Dave said, or you can do an all Virgo show. Listen, I don't think you guys would be able to handle me. Yeah, the 12 signs, they could be a lot, but if it's a request, I will do that for you, Dave. Shandana, you said, do you connect with angel numbers? Definitely. My angel number has been five, actually. Last year it was four, but this year it's five. So I'm going through a lot of completions and changes. And yeah, I actually had a dream the other night, and I was talking to somebody, and then when they turned around, it had 555 in big red numbers. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, Angela, thank you for coming. Thank you for the super chats. Have a good Sunday and evening. I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Yeah, I'm about to get off soon, you guys, too, because I have to go eat dinner. So, just a quick check in. Does anybody need me to do any last minute readings for them? Do you guys have any questions about what we spoke about today in the live? Let me know before I head on out. Billy said you're going to be going as well. You're very welcome. I love coming on here with y'all, for real. Thank you guys for supporting me through this transition of live streaming. It's been fun, and I love doing these. And stay tuned for more lives. You're welcome, Dave. Thank you for coming. Virgo energy all day. Hey, hey. Thank you for coming. I will be doing another live, most likely for July and Uranus and Gemini. You're welcome, Shandana. Thank you for coming. Take care. Enjoy y'all Sunday. Whew. And I will tune into your requests. And you guys will definitely be seeing me again live for sure. It's been fun. This celebration was a success, and I'm happy. So, that basically is it for this live. For those who are quietly watching, I hope you guys found this insightful and helpful. If you guys have any other questions, leave your comments, like this video or like this live stream, share this live stream to help me with the algorithm gods. Please. And yeah, if you have any more video requests, you could DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Cosmic Star Astrology. I also leave my email too. Or you could just leave a comment. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll talk soon. Bye.